Well, everyone, welcome to the CASCAR 250. I am your host tonight, Noah Walter, and you're joining me live here at Daytona International Speedway. The absolute highlight, I believe, of this year we are going to have for our racing pleasure. Now, I wanted to let it be known that I certainly do recognize today's date, as do many of my fellow American viewers, and it is unfortunate that our schedule has put us here tonight. So with that, we are going to be doing a pre-race tribute before we begin tonight, and that will be before our duels as well. And as we are rounding out qualifying, we're going to go ahead and move over to that now. So before you, I'd like to present the Star Spangled Banner as performed by my great friend Datapax. absolutely beautiful rendition as performed by DataPax, and we give him a massive thank you for supplying us with such fantastic footage here tonight. We certainly do appreciate it, and we hope that all of our American viewers certainly do recognize the sacrifices that our local fire departments, police departments, and everybody has gone through our national tragedies. We celebrate them here tonight with technically 3 fantastic races ahead of us, 2 duels, and 1 main event. As we have rounded out qualifying, we begin duel number 1. So we'll transition over to the Daytona International Speedway and see our cars for tonight as we hit our record attendance number. We thank you once again for joining in tonight as we're here at Daytona, and we have many new names, many familiar, and I think a lot is spurned ready to make a name for themselves this season with the new car. I certainly am excited to see where this goes, and as you can see from up above, you're going to see lots of gold-colored cars here tonight, especially in the main event. That will be Equipment Geek and FZ Racing, showing off their team championship that they were able to score last season. They are very proud of it, and I do not blame them one bit. And hopefully Wes can not get himself in too much trouble with Matt Stewart there. I think he's trying to give him a little bit of hell, as they are the 07 and 7. But with that, though, it will be Brian Lozano taking the pole position with Paul Ems here for duel number 1. Let's go and run through our grid order tonight. Oh, that appears to be our qualifying order. My apologies. That is going to be something we'll be hopefully getting a bit changed here. This will be the only race this season, except for maybe the dirt race, with some feature adjustments so that we can have the duels in there. 14 cars will be joining us for this event. Paul Ems, as I said, will be taking up the outside lane with James Johnson on the inside lane in the number 93. On his outside will be Jesse Atkinson in the 00. It's been a long time since we've seen Jesse here on twitch.tv/4cloak, and especially here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series. We are thankful to have him with us. Wes Gallo, Matt Malavagna, Matt Stewart, great to see. Cody Snyder, Kyle Mendel, Jeffrey Belk, Nick Schriever, Will Cloud, Richard Drake unfortunately unable to make the start, and Sylvan Seguin round out your field. As I said, we are in for a fantastic race here tonight with duel number 1. 10 laps these guys have to duel out for the starting grid. Well, as we go off of turn number 4, down the pit lane goes the Iris.com Motorsport Simulation pace car, and Brian Lozano takes the green flag, heading to the start-finish line. Coming off of turn number 4, it's James Johnson to the lead. A huge scare down the backstretch for so many of our drivers. You can see several of the Toyotas diving straight down to try to get out of the way and not be involved in an incident. And thankfully, we kept it green as we continue to run forward. As James Johnson holds on to the lead so far, Wes Gallo currently pushing from behind. Wes was with us yesterday. You can watch the replay here on twitch.tv/4cloak, and will be later uploaded to YouTube, so that we can have an archive of the races we host here at CASCAR. Now the push down the backstretch, that Chevrolet still holding on to the lead. We do have a new overlay with us here tonight. Oh, wreck as we leave turn number 4. Caution still not flying. Will not fly as Matt Stewart is forced down pit lane. As you can see, we have our new driver headshots. We appreciate all of our drivers that filled out the form and provided their iRacing customer number, so we were able to get those in. As now Ryan Lozano takes the lead, currently getting pushed from Jesse Atkinson to two Adria Esports drivers currently pushing forward. No cautions in heat. Uh-oh. Nobody told me that. Thank you for the update, Ben. As we're now starting to see a top four begin to break away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lozano and Atkinson leading 1-2. Matt Malavagna taking up the third position with Wes Gallo not far behind in fourth. James Johnson leads up this second pack with his Chevrolet, currently sitting in fifth. There he is, now beginning to close in. You can see these guys getting a little bit more steadied out. Wes Gallo moves to the outside, hoping to push an outside lane, and it looks like he's just going to have the run to do it. You see that gold and orange 07. As I said, all the EG cars and FZ racing cars will be like that. FZ racing, as Wes was telling me yesterday, part of the crew, part of the ship. And the entire EG crew will be celebrating their team championship from last season. Able to secure the Drivers' Championship due to Richard Drake taking it away on the last race at Las Vegas. A very dramatic race. Watch the replay over on YouTube. Took that outside lane and not have the run they were looking for as they continue to get further back, 3 wide towards the rear. Some tire screeching. Paul M's around. Sylvan Seguin rushing down. Nick Schriever, it looks like he joined them. James Johnson, I think, was able to also be involved. Unfortunate for so many of them. No cautions in heats, and it clearly shows. Oh, as Sylvan comes back up on the track. Hopefully they'll get themselves cleared out very soon, because that's going to be a very dangerous position to be in as Lozano continues to hold on to the lead as Atkinson pushes in second. We'll hop on board Matt Malavagna and see what he sees from his perspective in his number 3 Raise Energy Ford. To the outside lane, he's got no help. He's going to be falling back. Look at that speed difference that draft makes. The new blue number 55, Jeffrey Belk 55. I'm going to go watch his stream. In car perspective, same with Jesse Atkinson. Mr. Teddy. But Jeff now in the blue, purplish. We'll just go with purple. Number 55. Last season. Cody Snyder takes 4th position now with his HKS Toyota. We saw him yesterday doing a great job, and here he is once again proving that super speedway speed he has, and he was so confident in his next-gen car yesterday, and he seems to be very much so for the rest of the season, and honestly, I don't blame him. The next-gen car is a fairly big one to drive. iRacing's done a lot of work to make it much more drivable, and these guys are definitely getting the hang of it now. As we approach into the last couple of laps here at Daytona for duel number 1 on Matt Stewart. The information on Jesse Atkinson there from the Virginians forward for Adria Esports. Center line before falling behind his team. It was a big prediction that going into today, many drivers would not be as aggressive as they were yesterday. We had a very action-packed filled race last night, and it definitely did show, I'll put it that way. It looks like they were holding off to try to get as many of those points as possible. Especially in this race, we do not Scala holding on, pushing FC Racing teammate FZ. Will Cloud in the 48 Pierce Graphics Toyota Camry. Bit loose off a 2 there for Gallo. Still got it, though. Looks like the Toyotas and EG/FZ moving to the outside, hoping to make a run happen. We'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. This is going to have to be a last dash to the finish, but it appears to be working as Cody Snyder has matched Brian Lozano here on the outside of turns 3 and 4. Coming off of 4 now is a Ford inside lane, Toyota outside, and clearly the Toyotas with the extra car. Uh-oh. Looks like they have it put together. The Chevrolet of Stewart coming in to help from behind. I think that's Stewart. James Johnson, my apologies, in the 93. They continue to battle here on the white flag of this heat. Snyder doing the best he can to hold on to it. We have a huge field of cars here tonight, and I think it's going to show just how insane this race is going to be. Into 3. The Fords still have the advantage on the bottom. Turn 4. Almost a turn on Will Cloud from West Gallo as they head now into the tri-oval. It's going to be the inside lane taking it. There it is. They wreck across. We're top 3. Lozano, Atkinson, and Snyder. Lorenzo, my apologies. I just now looked at that clear. My apologies. Well, there's an ad. I'm sorry, Ben. Tell him to disable it, but, well. Ben, you also stream. You know how it is. They come on all the time. With that, though, we'll be moving into duel number 2. Be putting on a fantastic show for us tonight. We'll see what they can do as the session advances. Just 1 minute as our all of our equipment catches back up. We'll be right back. All right, we come back in for duel number 2. Mark LaPierre and Tyler Hallahan will be leading us here on this start. Bryn George, new driver here in the CASCAR Short Level Cup Series, taking up the number 45 for FZ Racing. He's got EG, we'll say pseudo teammate of Brandon Fielder, going to be alongside. Unfortunately, his team's hauler crashed into the side of the grandstands here at Daytona, so he had to use a backup Chevrolet. His team likes, well, I should say his team likes and he enjoys. So, unfortunately, he'll be running with the bow tie crew here tonight. But everybody else appears to have their correct manufacturer, and we know that Brandon will be back to the correct one next week. As we pace, though, running through our order real quick, it's going to be Mark LaPierre and Tyler Hallahan taking row number 1. Row number 2 going to go to George and Fiedler. Row number 3 is going to go to McDonald and Fradian. Row number 4 going to go to CASCAR Cup Series with Brett Murphy, also in his first race in the 64 alongside. Row number 5 is going to go to Wesley Goodwin and Patrick Coluccio. Row number 6 is going to go to Ashton Reiki, remember him from the start of last season, and Rob Carl. And then finally bring up the rear, it's going to be Chris Pierce and Ron Boyd. As we head into the Geico restart zone, it's going to be Mark LaPierre taking the green flag. Through 3 and 4 we go. Almost completing our first lap incident free. Can we make it all the way? Into the tri-oval we will, as Tyler Hallahan will be taking the lead across the first lap here in duel number 2. Battling for the outside lane. Run through your full qualifying order when we get to the main feature race, which will be very shortly. Before then, got to give everyone a thank you that is tuned out here tonight. I certainly do appreciate it, as does everyone else out in the field. I have some nice things to say going forward. As Ben McDonald leads up that outside lane. Oh, collision between himself and LaPierre. LaPierre trying to side draft, it looks like, going up the track a little bit in 3 and 4, comes back down to ride that yellow striped line. As Hallahan and Fiedler begin to break away just a little bit before the rest of the field is able to catch up again. Closing, we can see the new number 45 and the new number 64 here. The NS Service Ford and the Forkloak Media 45. The design is on that too, don't forget that. See the 24 of Wesley Goodwin. I believe he is subbing in for today. Running in 7th. Rob Carl right behind with Brian Fradien, last night's winner, the number 81 Victos Toyota Camry. Putting on a good show as they're 3 wide towards the rear. Strout pushing it 3 wide in the center. I think he freaked out some of the guys further towards the back. Chris Pierce also running in his first CASCAR race with his graphics. Number 25 Ford. He's a free agent, but currently subbing in for Michael Sparks at Newfoundland. A little bit further, still watching our guys up front. Ben McDonald holds onto the lead with Brett Murphy. 2 Ager Esports drivers taking 1-2. Can they get a 1-2 lockout for both Duel 1 and Duel 2? That will be the question. You know that Ager Esports has a very good record at these super speedways. We think back to last season with Brady Floyd able to win 7 the time he was racing here in the CASCAR Sugar Plumbing Cup Series last season. 4 race wins. Down the backstretch they go. Still Ben McDonald holding on to the lead, continuing to battle for several positions behind. It's Bryn George now up into 4th position. Hallahan continuing to lose a few spots here and there. Look at that. Able to cut through so much of the field, now up to your top 5. Chris Pierce with Pierce Graphics has put together our package. We certainly do appreciate it, as he has in the bottom. If you would like to see yours up there, go ahead and please make sure you have submitted that form. If you want to upload a headshot, but you now do, please send it our way, and we'll go ahead and take care of it for you. Ben McDonald currently holding on to the lead. Whoa, huge wreck! No caution will fly. Several cars around as we continue to race. Hallahan into the back wall. Moving around, can he recover? Ron Boyd appears to be way further back with much heavier damage as Patrick Coluccio sits at 9th. Here trying to do his best to recover, but I think he's too far back. Ashton Ricci also doing to recover. Down pit lane. An unfortunate start to the duel for several of these drivers. Heading back up to the front, it's McDonald and Murphy taking 1-2. Fiedler not far behind. Using his teammate of George not far back. It looks like there's a little bit too much of a gap for him. Goes in. Unintentionally, the oldie Chevrolet in the top 5. It's Brandon Fiedler, supposed to be in a Toyota, taking care of it. Only 3 laps to go, though, until we hit the finish. Unfortunately, so many drivers got caught up in that. Your top 7, the only ones left. Ashton Rieke is the next driver furthest back. Actually, no, they're going to be battling himself, Ashton Rieke, and Patrick Coluccio. Collision between the two. Get further ahead, it's his first race of Ron Boyd up ahead in the 21 Chevrolet. Brett Murphy continues to push in second. McDonald, can they keep this method going? It's been working out great for him so far. That will be the question of the night. At least for this duel, before we head into our main feature event. Fiedler moving to the outside, getting help from his teammate of George. Going for the push again. LaPierre moves out to the outside. Fiedler has the lead. Can't hold on to it. It looks like he might be able to, but he's going to have to come down to really hold on to it. He's trying to help George, though. As we can see, LaPierre closing in. There it is. Your 1-2 change has swapped out, and it's now Fiedler taking the lead with Bryn George pushing. Into the final lap, it's the white flag. Fiedler and now McDonald have 1-2. McDonald trying to fight for his positions as he can. Stays on the outside, currently getting some help from LaPierre. He's got the lead, but can he hang on to it? That is going to be the tricky part. LaPierre moves down to the bottom. McDonald does as well, continue to hold on for the lead. Oh, it's Fiedler down low. Murphy coming back now, currently fourth. Collision. LaPierre down low. Rob Carl takes out Brad Murphy as they have a huge wreck off of turn number 4, and it's going to be Ben McDonald and Bryn George taking 1-2 as Chris Pierce slams into Mark LaPierre to battle for 4th. An exciting finish here for duel number 2, a desperate attempt for positions for many of your drivers here tonight. Okay, that was an event. That is for sure. We're going to have a quick warm-up session before we move on, so we'll get some chances for driver interviews. I guess the first person we're going to have to bring up is going to be Ben McDonald, the number 12, as he celebrates his win in the duels. Let's go ahead and grab the number 12 for Adria Esports. Ben, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I got you, Noah.
Well, you just got your first win here at CASCAR this season. How does it feel, even if it is just the duels?
I drove that thing. I loved it. It was fun. Definitely enjoyed this. Still have long race to go, 100 laps here at Daytona, so it's definitely going to be fun.
Makes a lot of sense to me. What is going to be your biggest worry after seeing the both duels and participating in one?
Team games, just keeping with your teammates for the majority of the race, as well as trying to stay out of the big one, as we've seen there was a couple wrecks during the last couple laps in both of the duels.
Yeah, we definitely did see that. So, Ben, thank you for your time. Is there anyone you have to thank before I let you go?
Thanks, Adria Esports, for bringing me on this season. I appreciate it, as well as Alameda Custom Flooring. They've been on my ride since I've been doing sim racing, and thank you, Noah, for broadcasting. Really appreciate it.
All right, hope to speak to you soon, Ben, and good luck.
All right, see ya.
Number 12, Ben McDonald. Let's go ahead and grab our, I'll say our special leader here tonight, here for the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. That is going to be Greg Snellgrove in the number 22. I'll grab him and get his thoughts on his excitement for tonight for his league. He's been racing here since the beginning. Greg, open the booth. Do you read me?
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Well, welcome up to the booth. How are you feeling about tonight?
Pretty good. It's my first front row starting for Daytona.
I imagine it's you and Brady Floyd locking out 1-2?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, we have that secret relationship. You know that, so.
Yes, the secret partnership between Floyd and Snellgrove.
We're actually running Dodge motors in our cars.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming up. I mean, you've got to be excited for tonight.
Oh, I'm very excited. I think this is the biggest field we've had ever in CASCAR.
Based on my calculations, it has. The last time I checked, it was 29 drivers registering for tonight.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, based on this attendance, what are you hoping for the rest of the season?
I'm hoping that everybody comes back after this and just don't take Daytona as a first opinion, because we all know how plate racing goes. Not everybody's going to finish it.
That is absolutely true. We've seen that many times, not just in real NASCAR, not just in the official sessions, but here at CASCAR as well.
You're right. You could be leading 1 second and last the next.
Well, what's going to be the strategy for you and your team?
We just want to survive and make it to the end. Try to get as best points as we can for a team.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Well, Greg, thank you very much for your time. I certainly do appreciate it. Who do you have to thank before I let you go?
I want to thank my team, everybody at Comfort Plus, and everybody that came out tonight to make this happen, because this is a huge field and it's awesome.
All right. Thank you much for your time, Greg, and good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Number 22, Greg Snellgrove, able to come up and join us for tonight. And I certainly am excited to see where this massive race is going to go. David, welcome to the chat. Ignore Nightbot. I don't know what it does anymore. But thank you, everybody that has come out to join us here tonight in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series. We have a great race ahead of us, and we are going to be in for one show as we have 100 laps, 250 miles here for the CASCAR 250. Please throw your predictions on and who is going to win this race. It is certainly a tough one to predict, as it can basically anything can happen here at Daytona. That's right, Ben. Yeah, go ahead and sub. It is off, isn't it? So, if you guys do want to see some in-car perspectives, we will have them here on twitch.tv/4cloak. We'll be popping in to make sure everybody gets some airtime. But you can also check out Ben. I do believe he might be streaming tonight, although based on your factor in my chat, probably not. Jesse Atkinson will be streaming, though, at Mr. Teddykins. I do know that Jeffrey Belk will also be streaming at Jeffrey Belk55, also on Twitch. Stephen Black, unable to join us, will not be streaming this race here tonight. I think Will's going to win, David. That is definitely a good guess. The number 48 Will Cloud Toyota Camry has definitely had a good shot at a couple wins here in the past in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series, and he has a great team behind him. Speaking of teams, let's go and grab up the leader there of FZ Racing and part of EG, Wes Gallo. Wes, no, the booth, you read me. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, you did, man. I was having a boring conversation.
Well, welcome up to the booth, and you guys are all running your gold schemes here for tonight. Do you want to talk about that?
We are the gold standard, and that's why we're all driving the gold. 2 years in a row, we won the team championship. Last year we had gold rims. This year, all of us are gonna just be even more obnoxious with gold schemes. That's all 8 of us included. Part of the crew, part of the ship, baby.
I did mention that earlier, but it's great to hear it from the source. It is a very big accomplishment, I know, for your team. But I think a lot of people can see that as the quality of teamwork that you guys are able to have.
Yep. We'll be easy to find, and probably gonna be a lot of gold on gold action. So it should be a fun little spectacle for you guys.
Absolutely. Well, thank you much for joining us, Wes. I certainly do appreciate it, and good luck here tonight.
Yep. Stay beautiful. Hopefully, talk to you in a little bit.
The 07 of Wes Gallo, and you know, I'm just. Oh, here we go. Good. Looks like we are going to be in an okay spot. We're just going to have to do a quick reload here of our stuff yet again. It happens. Due to the fact they did some heats, we got some weird funkiness going on with the way that the race session is working. So we're going to be back in 1 minute. Well, you think I'm going to win, David? I'm not racing. But we'll be right back. There we go. Now we got all of our stuff working in. Bit of a panic there. All right. So it is going to be Greg Snellgrove and Brady Floyd taking the 1-2 as the Irish.com pace car pulls down pit lane. We take the green flag. Here wrecking down the back stretch. Caution comes out. 28 entries here tonight, and it looks like Sylvan Seguin, Ashton Reiki, and Chris Straub all involved. Ron Boyd as well. Looks like Ashton got the big brunt of it. As did Sylvan. So we'll be right back and take a look and see what happened here at Daytona here on the start. Just to see what kind of chaos happened on the first lap. We rejoin, following along with the 26 of Ashton Reiki going to the outside here in turn 2. As he leaves, comes down the racetrack, collects Sylvan Seguin, sending himself and Sylvan into the wall. Sliding down the track, taking up a lot of the lane. You can see many drivers dodging and weaving to avoid that one. They're able to get through A-okay. But it looks like these two will be taking the fall on that one. But it looks like Ashton really did just collect Sylvan. And that is unfortunate as a start here in the CASCAR Short Plumbing Cup Series for the 26 team Wingnut Productions. Hopefully they'll be able to come back from that one and show themselves. But we will go ahead and rejoin up towards the top of the field. Not many drivers choosing to go in under yellow, and I do not blame them. Looks like we have none now. Patrick Lucio currently sitting at the rear of the field. Must have had a issue off track where he had to come out of his car. That's going to be putting him in a tough situation. Oh, is he back? Maybe? Guess not. Brady Floyd, though, sitting at the top of the leaderboard here at Daytona. He's got his teammate of Brian Lorenzo, Greg Snellgrove, also behind in third. Let's go and grab Brady and see what his thoughts are here tonight at Daytona. Brady's over the booth. Do you read me?
Yes, sir. Got a copy.
Well, you got one of the top positions in qualifying, so you didn't have to race in the duels, but what are your thoughts?
Car's a bit twitchy. I definitely would have liked to be able to partake in the duel, just get a feel for how it's going, but I think we're going to be okay for now. Really proud of the Adria guys for showing out, winning both the duels. We almost had 1-2s in both of them, but Brett got net-coated while trying to get through that crash at the end, so close, but overall it's been a good day so far. I hope we can just hang on for good finishes now.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Adria already showing to be a powerhouse this season at Daytona. I mean, but we know that you're also pretty good as well, not only winning several races last season, but we also know that you won the official Daytona 500, also in the next gen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love the next gen. I think they're really interesting to race in super speedways, though. The runs can come and go so fast, and you see someone get left out of line, especially if the pack's single file. They will drop like a rock through the field, and there's really not much you can do. So it's a lot more about timing now. But I think I've got a really good set of teammates, so I think we're just going to try and work together and hopefully not hang anyone else out. Making friends, not enemies here in week 1. Hopefully we'll have a good season.
Well, what do you think about your time? What do you think before I let you go?
I mean, gotta thank all the teammates, gotta thank you for broadcasting and sponsoring the car. Also, just gotta give a huge shout out to CASCAR. 30 cars is unheard of so far in this league, so I'm super proud of everybody involved for getting that together.
All All right, well, hopefully we'll speak to you soon, and good luck, Brady.
Thank you.
Number 20, Brady Floyd in the Ager Esports. Number 20. Uh-oh, looks like we got some trouble with Chris Pierce. Would have been involved in that last incident. We'll have to go back and check to see if that is the case. All the way at the back. But in Ager 1-2, going to be starting up here with Jesse Atkinson, part-time driver, starting in 4th. Need some information on these drivers before we get started. Like I said, David, just ignore Nightbot. I don't know what it's doing. Well, Brady Floyd going to be taking us to the green flag. As I did say, he did win an official Daytona 500 brought to you by iRacing. So he's definitely going to be one to watch, especially with his teammates. But Greg Snellgrove able to take that other top position, also going to be one to watch, as we saw in the shootout yesterday. As they approach the Geico restart zone, it's Brady Floyd taking the green flag. Brady moving up the track to start in Ager a 1-2-3. I don't blame him. They want to get together as soon as possible and try to run away. Ben McDonald there trying to as they pull down to block Greg Snellgrove. Stage will be on lap 140, so we'll check in on their pit strategies around then as we see 30 cars, 29 really, headed down the backstretch here at Daytona International Speedway. Ager 1, 2, 3, 4, but don't count out the other drivers. Snyder currently sitting in 5th and 6th. Too wide from belt on back. Triple up on to Matt fighting outside. He was able to attend. Matt was the shootout. So giving him some Gallup pushing him in 11th. Big shuffles from a lot of these guys here tonight. Expect to see a lot of that. As we see your group now heading into turn number 3. Huge check up there from Bryn George on back to Rob Carl. Forcing that inside lane to slow way down and giving your chance to the leaders to run away yet again. That outside lane starting to really get some speed built up though. Huge push there from Wes Gallo into the rear of Malavanya. Brett Murphy in the 64. Currently tailing behind Wes Gallo to work together. Paul M's also not far back in the 28 Valvoline. We saw him racing yesterday. He had a great race, able to finish, and I believe he finished in second, either second or third, yesterday in the shootout, doing a fantastic job of keeping that car going. Some great record points, so we'll see that in action here tonight from the Valvoline team. Still in Adra, 1, 2, 3, 4. Brady Floyd holding on to the lead, but Snellgrove trying his best to work forward, but he is the only Chevrolet up here, not getting any help at all. Next Chevrolet back is going to be Rob Carl, just rounding out your top 10. We'll be checking in with a lot of your field here tonight with so many drivers we'll be running through. Give some special focus time to our new drivers. George new to CASCAR, already showing his stripes, currently sitting in 7th. Can't forget Ryan Lorenzo, currently sitting in 2nd position, helping out his team. Got a great run out. Snellgrove moves out to the outside, still maintains 5th position. Did not go the way he planned, and they're almost 3 wide. Heading down into turn number 1, we see Malavanya trying to give a bit of a push there to the 22. There it is. That's a push. He holds on to it throughout the turn. That is a dangerous strategy to play, is giving pushes through the turn. But it's stuff you have to do to try to hold on to it. But being that aggressive this early on, not even a 10th into the way of this race, is a very risky maneuver. back a little bit further, it appears that we're going to be seeing Chris Pierce at the tail end of this field. With Patrick Coluccio. Nope. Oh, looks like there we go. Got a second group of cars here being headed up by James Johnson. This is going to be your second pack of cars. Johnson, Mundell, Stewart, Strout, battling for many positions here throughout the entire track. We're starting to see our single file train be not quite taking shape yet. Still too wide action. Molavania seems to be really happy running that outside lane right now. Thank you to JPZ for following here on Twitch.tv/4Cloak. Welcome to the 4Cloak Media family. Paul M's now in 10th position as he battles with Bryn George for 9th. We've seen a lot of swapping for these guys towards the rear. I say towards the rear, really, they're in the top third of the pack. Whoa, huge slide there out of turn number 2 for several of the drivers. Greg Snowgrove especially barely able to hold on to the car, it looks like. But that is now putting Greg into 4th position. Was able to get a pass them on McDonald. That is going to be a tough situation for the California kid. 12. He's got a teammate of Murphy behind, though, to help him out. We know that Brett Murphy can do great things on super speedways, or at least I can. We've seen him in the Tuesday Night Truck League, unfortunately no longer broadcasted here on Twitch.tv/4Cloak, or broadcasted. Brett was able to be one of the runners in those, as he did run the entire series. And things from several of our drivers out here in the field. Is they're going to be pushing it 3 wide? Not quite. It's almost. You can see that second group of cars further back, headed up by towards the front. That outside lane getting a little bit of help. Swerve from McDonald. Unfortunately, does not have force feedback in his wheel. McDonald does, and that will be making it much trickier to hold on to his car here tonight, especially wheel rotation. Going to follow a little bit further back. He's still not running the paint scheme. I know he wants to tonight, but he's got another Dale Jr. throwback with the Nationwide. As Jeffrey Belk sits in 15th position with the purple Jeffrey Belk 55. It looks like we got a bit of an EG train running on the bottom right now. 10th. Bringing up the EG pack. So several drivers of them are starting to close in, and maybe they will be able to make a run on the outside as soon as they get a bit more. That outside lane certainly has been coming into effect more and more as we see Matt Molavania now up to 3rd. Running on the high side of that, we'll say 3rd row back. Alonso needs to be able to hold on to that inside, continue pushing his teammate of Floyd into turn number 3. They are locked bumper to bumper as Atkinson continues to help push from behind, creating a space. We see Greg Snellgrove slowing down just a hair to give these guys an opportunity to get in, especially his teammate there, Paul Ems. I say Newt, I shouldn't just say him either, as Rob Pearl joined Great White North as well. Be wanting to help him. We do have some fans going on here. JPZ, I certainly appreciate your follow and attention here with the CASCAR Short Pony Cup Series. 12 of our other members in chat, go ahead and please comment below who you think is going to win this thing, but Paul Ems is going to have to hold on to it first if he wants to make it to the end as well. Murphy making progress, currently sitting in 8th position, now 7th. Lost progress. That has given a chance for Snellgrove to come back into 4th, continuing holding off Ben McDonald. So expecting to see more of the train on the outside. What we're not seeing here tonight is definitely going to be a bottom-dominated train. Just going to follow along with, let's pick somebody, Wes Gallo. Follow along with him and see what it's like to drive here at Daytona in the Next Gen Cup Run. So it's like in the middle of the pack, trying to help out his teammate, getting a push from his other teammate from behind, as he has got drivers on his outside. He's going to have to hold on for dear life, essentially. Head into the tri-oval now. With the driver heading down pit lane. Patrick able to switch over to FC Racing for this season, maintaining his number 18. Adria Esports now 1, 2, 3, 4 yet again. Snellgrove has fallen back down into 6th. Bill Cloud starting to pass LaPierre into 14th. Lucio might be starting to inspire some of these players. 3 wide. EG running 3 wide. Trooper now going down pit road as well. Paul Snyder hold on to the position. Malavani has been sitting in the outside lane just about this entire time here at Daytona thus far. It's a very bold move to make. As we come up to complete 50 miles soon. A swerve from Paul Ems as he moved back down to get behind his, to get in front of his teammate. Esports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said they were going to try to make an impression this season, and that is clearly going to be the case. Doesn't matter that we got a long way left to go. They are here to be heard. So all Fords in your top 5. Very Ford-dominated top 10. Gallo getting a huge run, hoping to break some of that up. Currently assisting Paul Ems as they're on the outside ahead of Malavanya. He can't move down. That gives Snellgrove an opportunity to close into Murphy. Good run starting to form on the outside. That's a tricky one, especially with Rob Carl looking to get around and break that drive just that little bit. Sounds like a name familiar from last season, currently sitting in the 24, the bright yellow Chevrolet. The unfortunate Chevrolet of Brandon Fiedler looking for his Toyota, but unfortunately the team hauler got wrecked in the grandstands. He has to run a Chevrolet here tonight, unsponsored. But they'll be back with Toyota next week. Paul Ems goes out to the lead. He's got a great run, especially with Wes Gallo helping behind. Malavanya able to close in and continue giving a push. Is that's going to be your top 2 pulling down to break the train? Paul Ems leads here at Daytona. Some information on Paul Ems there, a fellow Canadian driver, as many are in this field, running for Great White North Racing. Gotta give, of course, a huge thank you over to Pierce Graphics for putting together our new overlay package. They have done a fantastic job getting everything all together. And thank you to all of our drivers that have submitted in their form applications to get your headshots up on the field. And don't worry, we'll be getting more soon as several cars roll down pit lane. Going to get our pit board up. You can see EG all going in, along with Chris Pierce. Not EG, my apologies. Adria all going in, along with Chris Pierce and Nick Shriver. Usually when I see those team games going on, I expect EG/FZ to be behind it, but clearly not anymore. We've got a lot of new faces out in the field, all ready to make an impression. Malavagna sitting third with his number 3 Ford. About his paint scheme being inspired by his son, done by Pierce Graphics, and it looks fantastic out in the field. All right, that's going to be Adria rolling out of the pit lane. Go and watch where they're going to be ending up. The lead driver, and that appears to be Brett Murphy as he gets passed by Patrick Coluccio. That was sitting in last place. He's sitting 11 compared to the leader, 14 laps down. Chris Pierce 2 laps down. Here is being definitely involved in the incident earlier on. The safety caution did not fly for them. But as Brett holds on to this new position, he has Brady Floyd and his team not far behind. Down to 20th, and they're going to be, I assume, your new leaders very soon, depending on your fuel strategy call. His teammate behind him of Rob Carl. Gallo moves up to the outside. Goodwin closing in as well. I believe he is assisting Great White North Racing, so now they have a 1-2-3 position with Malavagna not far behind in 4th. Gallo still looking to get around Malavagna. He's got it. He's going to be forcing him down low. Malavagna in the grass. Malavagna slowing way down, rejoining the track. Everybody moving up to the high side, get out of the way. Unfortunate for the 3 team, going from third earlier, but really sitting in 4th down to 13th, now getting passed by that second group of cars. Unfortunate for Malavagna. He had a great run, hopefully he can get it back. We're only a quarter way through this race, so we certainly got a lot of time to make it up. He's going to be falling behind one of our new drivers, Ron Boyd, in the number 21. Just joining in for the first time, the 21 team does not have a lot of information but yet. We'll be seeing how they do as they've been running towards the back. Our new driver, James Johnson, currently sitting in 13th. Can we hold on to this position, getting the push from Kyle Mundell. Oh, Kyle. Oh, Kyle. We have had a lot of interesting races with Kyle in them. He is known as Kyle Second Place Mundell, as he's been unable to win so far here in the CASCAR Short Diplomatic Cup Series, and he's hoping to change that very soon as we have another group of cars headed down pit lane. That is going to be an EG and Great White North headed down. Snellgrove appears to be now Boyd is put into 7th position. These guys got to make sure they keep a close eye on their fuel. One track racing. Back here. Brian Fradian also with EG, currently sitting this far back. Is an interesting play to have, and it's usually not a position we see for Brian Fradian. But we did see yesterday it was a very choice maneuver to sit towards the back of the field for much of it, and he was able to come back and steal the shootout win. And Fradian was, so we're going to be keeping an eye on him tonight and see how he does. Truth be told, this will not be the last we see of him. Towards the top, we got James Johnson continuing to lead still on pit road. As you can see, more of our driver headshots. Matt Stewart also racing for the first time in the Cup Series. Expecting the guys to be headed down pit road very soon. Boyd choosing to go down pit road. So now, a little bit further back, we can see one of the first cars headed down pit road for a very specific strategy call. Brady Floyd, currently sitting in 8th position, getting a push from his entire Adria team. And it looks like Rob Carl will be joining in on that one. Same with Wes Gallo. The Great White North and League Designs trying to work together, but they have to do what they can to not form enemies and continue to push forward. Because they know as soon as your top drivers go in, that's where they're going to have to sit. There they are coming down pit road this time. Marc LaPierre chooses to stay out. But he is also in a strategy as he was involved in an earlier incident, putting him down into 23rd. As your drivers roll down pit lane, it's going to be Brady Floyd, the one to watch, as they head down the backstretch here at Daytona. Missed pit stall for Sylvain Seguin there. Kyle Mundell just taking gas and goes, it looks like, as he moves to take the lead. But Brady Floyd and his team are moving like... I wasn't sure what the analogy to use there. But they are moving very fast as they go through the trioval, taking their positions. Can they get it? I think they will. They have the draft to do it. Mundell continues to sit in first, but he's just now leaving the pit road exit. Brady Floyd not far behind with the draft from his team. There they are, shooting up along the outside. That's going to be an Adria. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ben McDonald currently sitting down in 19th. Look at that run they were able to have. Wes Gallo has been able to be very lucky. Same with Rob Carl to round out the top 6. As Kyle Mundell is going to be leading up this next pack. I imagine, actually, because he's all alone, I expect the next pack to go right on by him as well. He's going to hold on for dear life and try to get involved. Bill Cloud also running back as well. So now we have 3 distinct packs throughout the field. Your leaders, your second pack, and then your third. Which is going to be headed up here by Matt Stewart, it looks like, in the 7, getting some help from behind from Jeffrey Bell. Some great teamwork being done by Adria as they continue to lead. Here's now they're being encroaching the drivers towards the rear. Goodwin put down 1 lap as Brian Fradian is going to be the next driver to watch. Matt Malavagna currently pushing him as he's currently also a lap down. That's going to be putting him 2. Brian will be down 1. Unfortunate strategy has split up a lot of these drivers, and we're going to have to see how that plays further on down the line. And these guys are going to be heading down pit lane for the stage. I believe because we have the 29 cars, we're going to be seeing your top 10 at stage points. As they move around, Brian Fradian does not move. That's going to be splitting up Adria a bit. They got to work together to stick together, and that is not going to be happening for David Gibbs and Jesse Atkinson in the 00. We'll give you Jesse's face there, David, just so you can look at that. As we see your top 3. Murphy is still sitting in the top 5, but unfortunately pushed back a bit further, so he's going to have to close back up to his teammates as they shoot around the outside of Ashton Rieke, unfortunately having some connection issues. They're 3 wide towards the rear of this pack. Let's see if we're going to keep maintaining 3 wide. They are. Fradian continues to hold the center. Malavagna did not have the pace, had to let off. Bit loose for your top 3 there. They're going to be giving Murphy a chance to catch back up, but they got to play their cards carefully as Rob Carl sits in 5th. And he's got Ashton Rieke behind him. Wes Gallo in 6th. Got his team, pseudo teammate. CED working together, of course. You can see the gold colors on the car. Checking back a little bit further, we can see in this Tyler Hallahan just able to make a pass on Cody Snyder. Cody is going to fall. Likes. This is in 17. Cody was a last night in the shootout. He run a great race. Make that up, but he has got a lot of competition here tonight. Lucio still many laps down after unfortunately being involved in the first season. I think he had to let go of his wheel, and that's going to be forcing him way towards the back, and he's got to make up time on Nick Schroeder, but Nick has left. There's 28 cars in the field. Next car to watch is going to be Chris Pierce, fellow Ford, helping Ben McDonald, currently sitting in 19th. Little pack beginning to form up here. Ron Boyd closing in hot. Hoping to make it pass, but not quite going to have the speed to do it. As your top drivers come by once again, Brady Floyd continues to lead this race with a dominating presence. But it looks like he is going to be backing down, allowing Brian Lorenzo to take the lead. It's going to be him and Jesse Atkinson taking 1-2 with Brett Murphy in third, Brady Floyd down in fourth. Now that I think about it, this might be for stage points implications. They've got a very strong presence out in the field. Maybe not. We're starting to see that 77 move up for Atkinson, part-time driver for AJ. I don't think he actually gets points for AJ. I don't know. Gotta check with that. Getting him out to the lead. Maybe Brett Murphy able to run a bit more full-time, going to be put to the lead soon. Maybe they're trying to keep themselves entertained here in this stretch. We're going to be getting another big restart very soon, though, so keep an eye on that, and we'll be getting an interview with your stage winner, no matter who it is. And also check in with Rob Carl later on. Unfortunately, we were unable to bring him up last night at the shootout. He was not feeling good. Still not feeling great today, but better. Freddie, I'm going to the block, the high side here in the second pack. Look how many cars are all together here. Gallo and Johnson leading up this pack. Far back down. Take a peek. Brian Fradian is the lead driver down. So as soon as we hit that yellow flag for the stage, he's going to be in a fantastic position. He's going to get his lap back. Checking back up with your leaders. It looks like I might be right as Brett Murphy taking the lead as we approach to lap number 38. Top four definitely working together very well as your next big pack is all the way back here. 93, James Johnson continues to hold on to it. Wesley Goodwin pushing it behind. He's still a lap down. They're going to be battling with Brian Fradian. Whoa, big swerve there off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Follow along with the 48 of Will Cloud and see what his perspective is here on this chaotic. Yeah, second pack is gaining fast. They have cars all working together, but I don't think they're going to be able to get there in time to get the stage. Heading into the inside view of the 48, let's go take a look and see what he sees in his helmet cam. See him coming in to push his teammate, the 48. Oh, huge wreck down the backstretch! Wreck on lap number 39. That is going to be rounding out the stage very shortly, and it looks like Adra is going to be capturing the top 4 points. Johnson going to be taking 5th in, Gallo in 6th. A huge event. We'll be right back and take a look and see what happened here at the CASCAR Short Diplomatic Cup Series, CASCAR 250. We rejoin down the backstretch. Looks like a huge push from Wes Gallo onto Rob Carl. That was unexpected. Turns the 24 of Wesley Goodwin. Oh, just clips the rear. Freddie N sent down. Several drivers out into the wall. Huge wreck down the backstretch. I don't know if I would call that the big one quite yet, but that is still a big wreck. Many drivers involved. I don't think any quite race-ending collisions quite yet, but that will certainly be a tough one for these drivers to come back from. Well, as we come back up to real time, we are going to be seeing Brady Floyd take the stage win. We're going to give him an interview and see how he is doing. So I am certainly curious what his thoughts are so far here at the CASCAR 250. Brady, it's up in the booth. Do you read me?
Yes, sir.
Well, you just got yourself the stage win here at CASCAR. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. Another excellent job from the team. We had a little ghosting issue with Ben. But other than that, I think we're all chilling. So I think it was the right call to pit early, get out of the hornet's nest, and we were able to just draft really well together, is something I'm noticing. Kind of teaching Jesse how to drive the car as we're going around and around. He's still looking for the slick, but we'll beat that out of him eventually. But yeah, no, just excellent job. And then we had such a gap that we were able to rotate some bonus points for leading a lap, which was nice. Only thing that's bugging me now is just some lap cars are, I mean, they're all doing the right thing. They're just not really coordinating well together, except for the one guy, whoever was like trying to go to the apron. Just, I would rather see him hold the inside or hold the outside. But overall, great race so far. I mean, we've only had 2 cautions in 40 laps, which I think is a lot better than seasons past. So CASCAR's looking good so far. We're really enjoying it.
Definitely, especially for these attendance numbers. Many cars out on track with very few cautions. We've done a great job so far, and I'm excited to see where it's going. Brady, what are you going to be, who do you have to thank for your car here tonight? Sorry.
Again, just thanking the team. Ford Cloak, you're my main sponsor, so thank you. Here's Graphics, Adria Esports, 5 Points Racing League, if that thing ever gets started. Congrats to Wes on a good pit stop. I think he took fuel only, so he's leader now, but we'll see if we can't get back around him.
All right, sounds good. Thank you much for your time, Brady, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Number 20, Brady Floyd. Let's go and grab Wes Gallo. Actually, wait, no, let's not. We're going to be going green very shortly. If you have a new driver you specifically want to be brought up, please let me know. We'll try to do so next caution, but if we end up in the long during the race, a few of them are okay with that, some of them are not. We'll see quickly who is and who isn't. As Floyd said, though, a great pit stop for the 017, taking the lead. I think based on all of the previous broadcasts we have done, not just for CASCAR, but lately Sterling Sim Racing, the replays here on twitch.tv/FordClub, later will be uploaded on YouTube. We have been able to see that pitting early has been the dominating force lately in iRacing. If you pit in early and you have a good strategy ahead of you, you will be much better off. So I think that is going to be further what we're seeing again, especially here at these plate races. So we'll check further on down the road in the season if that is going to be the statistic. Pitting in early to get more points. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out here tonight. As the drivers leave turn number 4 to head into the tri-oval, once again, we have to thank everybody that has come out so far. Thank you to everybody tonight. And thank you to all of our drivers for coming out, as well as the iRacing.com Motorsport Simulations Ford Mustang pulls down pit lane. Wes Gallo takes the green flag. Waits to the very last second to take it. Got a big push from the 77 behind. This is going to be a sketchy start. Floyd with some help from Murphy on the top side, trying to get around. So we see all of your drivers headed down through the backstretch. Only one driver out. Nick Schriever unfortunately had to leave early. Patrick Luccio currently sitting 14 laps down. into the fray. Adrian now taking 1-2 yet again. 2 more pit stops I'm expecting to see here tonight, maybe 3 depending on cautions. Westgeller rounds out your top 3, but that won't be there for long as James Johnson leading that outside lane, getting a lot of help on the outside. Really starting to move forward as it looks like a big swerve there out of Paul Ems with Ben McDonald behind. A little bit of a gap though. Give him a chance to build up some speed as they head down the backstretch. Just going to be seeing the lights turn on very soon here at the track as we roll into the sunset as our finish. And we're not even halfway through this race yet. Into the wall for the 39. Brandon Fiedler. 3 wide further back. He's got to keep it up to the high side now. He lost all of his momentum as he continues to roll back. Unfortunate for him, he continues to want to try to fight forward, but we'll just pretend he's not very happy with his Chevrolet. Cody Snyder holding on to that center lane. Oh, it's getting sketchy. Hard luck here, turning 5. Jesse Atkinson with a rough pit stop a bit further back, not with his team. That is going to be a tough one to work out. Second pack beginning to form up again, and that is going to be not Matt Malavani. Who's that? 07, Matt Stewart. Oh, this car was... I don't know anymore. Who's that in front of him? 87. Chris Strout, my apologies. We have not seen a lot of Chris. This is his first race. I'm still getting used to some of his names on these cars. Way further back down the line than I think they'd like. Brian Fredian also chilling back here with him, trying to stay out of the way. Currently, it's been working so far with him, only involved in a few bumps and scrapes. I think minus one bigger incident earlier on. As Brian Lorenzo takes the lead, Ben McDonald able to fight his way back up. Bryn George going to be sitting in 3rd. Snellgrove moves up to the high side. Floyd closing in on the bottom. We have had some fantastic racing here tonight, folks. Way up to the high side for your outside lane. Not entirely sure if that was intentional or not. Whoa, collision between Floyd and Bryn. There they are, wrecking down the backstretch. Many drivers involved. Caution flies. Oh, man. Big wreck. Be a big helping hand for Brian Fradian, though, to get his lap back, I believe. Wow, big incident here. We're going to take a rewind and see what happened here at Daytona. Unfortunate for many of our drivers, but I think I know what happened. We'll be right back. All right, we rejoin here, leaving turn number 2, following along with the number 20, Brady Floyd. Looks like he just maybe gets loose, turns way too hard off of turn number 2, collects Bryn with him as they all cause some chaos. Many drivers diving straight down, wanting to get right out of the way. Doesn't work out well for all of them, though. Paul Ems collides into the 87 and to the 34. Sending them both up the track. Ron Boyd, oh, I think he just barely escapes, but he's turning down a little bit too fast. Can he just avoid LaPierre? He does. 24, a good win also involved. Let's go and take a look and see how he... Oh, yep, he was involved with the collision with Ems. Many unfortunate incidents for these guys up here. A little bit further up the track. I think they all got through okay. That is a sketchy one. That is for sure. We'll be right back. Go ahead and join in real time. Many drivers choosing to go down pit lane once again. Not surprising to see. Kyle Mundell going to be taking the lead on this one as of now. Let's go and bring up somebody we haven't spoken to yet. A little bit further down in my group here. Let's go and grab someone from Warning Track Racing. Kyle Mundell. Get his thoughts. Kyle's over the booth. Be read me.
What's up, Noah?
Do you need me to bring you back down?
Pardon me?
Do you need me to bring you back down to your team?
Oh, no, my race is over. I got the meatball.
Oh, no. Unfortunate there for the 34 team. Tell us what's been going on so far here tonight.
Oh, we were on cruise control in the first stage. We were like kind of just lurking in the main pack. And then we pitted nicely. We were able to fight for, I think we were around 5th or 6th near the end of the first stage. And then I think 2 lap cars kind of screwed up, took me and Stroop out. So I used my fast repair on that accident. And then I just got caught up in this one too. I think I was braking in time, but I think I got sideswiped, and like because all the blacks got cleared for people not passing or going to iRacing pace car rules, like my meatball's gone. But I'm assuming when I pull in the pits here, it's gonna be oh, and I see the pit lane is closed, so this is gonna be extra fun.
Unfortunate for your team, Kyle. I'm sorry to hear that, and hopefully, you know, it's it's only visual damage. I know it's not, but we can hope.
Oh no, my wheel is almost 180 degrees at times.
Oh, yikes.
You want to find out how many optionals I got here?
Oh,
or
I do.
Required.
Let's go down
and
and see.
Let's see. Make sure I hit my pit box. Well done. We've got only 18 seconds of required, but then 4.5 minutes of optionals.
I'm sorry to hear that, Kyle. Hopefully you can come back from that. I know it's a tough one, but it is only the season over.
Yep. Oh yeah. Lots of races left.
Well, Kyle, thank you much for your time. I know that this might be the end for you, but in case it's not, who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
Oh, thank iRacing for letting us do this. You for putting it on. Brandon for sponsoring the series, and then my teammates Stroop, Matt, and Jimmy for filling in for Beasley tonight.
All right, Kyle, thank you much for your time, and good luck with your repairs.
Cheers. Thanks, Noah.
Number 34, Kyle Mundell, unfortunately taken out here at Daytona. We're expecting to see that to be the last of his car, but he might come back, and if he does, he'll be very much so welcomed. That's right, JPZ22 has been sneaking through just about every single time. Snowgrove is a very good driver, and it looks like the next gen is definitely suiting him so far. It is going to be Lorenzo and McDonald taking 1-2 with Jeffrey Belk and Brett Murphy rounding out your second row. We're in for a great race heading into this next green, and as you can see, we're on lap number 50 of 100. As soon as we head on to 51, we're halfway through this race. So saying that, the iRacing.com pace car is going to be headed down any second. And we're going to be running into a fantastic green once again. Whoa, big speed from a lot of the cars in the back. This is going to be a tough start. Here we go, green flag. Ronzo gets a fantastic start, able to work with his teammate of McDonald and Murphy. That's going to be putting Jeffrey Belk in a tough position, especially because he has Greg Snellgrove behind. If you have not seen the Darlington race from, I believe it's season 2, you'll know why that can cause a little bit of struggles in the mentality of some of the drivers here. But it looks like this group is going to be starting to pull away as huge run builds up from Wes Gallo and Jesse Atkinson behind as they close in. Looks like that did not last quite as long as I think they would have liked as Sylvan Seguin begins to chop his way through. Now up to 8th position in his Napa Auto Parts Ford. Snowgrove behind in 10, no, 9th, not 10th. His good friend Hallahan in 10th. Starting to really see that single file train, really seeing it in effect there. Ron Boyd currently sitting in 12th position. I think he's going to be leading up this second pack. Brandon Fiedler behind. Big push there out of Cody Snyder into Hallahan, forcing those guys forward. But it looks like Ron Boyd might be in the draft for the lead pack. I think he is. In his debut race here with the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series, Ron Boyd closes in. It's giving a chance for the drivers behind to also close in as well. This lead pack is not breaking away yet. Getting a little bit too early of a move to the outside for Sequin, but definitely not so for Boyd, as he also moves to the outside. Floyd trying to cut his way back through. You can definitely tell he took his faster pair. One faster pair is all you get here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series, and that makes it a tricky one. Boyd and Sequin beginning to fall a little bit further back. Now they do not have the run I think they were hoping for. Only 2 cars really out there for them. Entire field races on by. Bryn George involved with the last incident in 16th position. He's got Chris Pierce still 2 laps down behind him. Brady Floyd now sitting 1 lap down in 23rd. He's got Ashton Reekie, the next car back, to worry about. Ooh, you can tell is at the very tail end of this pack. So Brady's okay to get his lap back if there is another yellow. But if not, he's got a long way to go to get back up to the front. As we head down through into turn number 3, Ben McDonald continues to sit in 2nd place as Brian Lorenzo leads. Taking 1, 2, 3. Brett Murphy sitting in 3rd. I have a feeling that Brett did not put the right number in, as he did submit a picture. So we'll have to check back with that one, and a team. To the outside, though, for Snellgrove. Got his teammate on the inside. No team help, I should clarify. Jeffrey Bilk sits in 6th position on the bottom. The cars still up together. That's great to see. 28 cars out on track doing a fantastic job all running together. Kyle Mandel still sitting down in the pits. Wesley Goodwin slow on track. This field, a tough break here at the start for Coluccio. Also sitting up here to 8th position. It's going to be single file. Looks like we're going to see Seguin be the driver. Actually, looks like Atkinson gets a decent run on the outside. He's got his teammate Brady Floyd. How far is going to be the question. With new driver Ron Boyd, see what it's like from his perspective here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. Decent run for the outside. They're definitely making progress. Atkinson up into 3rd. Definitely see what a lot of allows you to make a lot more forward momentum, as it looks like we are going to be seeing Mundell back out on track. That's good, but you can definitely tell he's down way so on pace. He's going to be going towards the rear. In 2nd. Atkinson running in 3rd with Brett Murphy in 4th. That's an age of 1, 2, 3, 4. Brady Floyd up there, but still a lap down. He's going to be hurting for a caution. That's all he wants to see so he can get his lap back. Fords are the car to be here at the super speedways here tonight. I think for the first time, we're going to be seeing Chevrolet as the least run manufacturer. For Toyota, well, 7 today. And a guaranteed, I think, 6 or 7 for Ford. As Brady Floyd runs to the front, but will not be taking the lead as Jesse Atkinson takes away second. They're trying to run all the bottom yet again. There it is. Seguin leads on the outside. In fourth position, but we're going to see that continue to fall back. That outside lane is beginning to struggle. I think Ron Boyd's looking for a way to get around. Mark LaPierre also tailing behind as well. One person we're not seeing now that I just think about it, now that I mentioned LaPierre, is Michael Jennings. He was able to race last night, but not tonight. J&L Racing just got rebranded from Jennings Esports, J&L for Jennings and LaPierre, and they are some of the Ford team. Jennings and LaPierre running the... But with Mark bringing up the 8 and Malavania in the 3, Sylvan up to the high side we're going to be seeing from that, though. As we look further down in the pack, new drive. Whoa! Ron Boyd in the grass. No incident. Whoa, why can't I grab him? Oh, there it is. Wrecking 3, caution flies. Can only imagine the look of joy on Brady Floyd's face as he's finally able to rejoin his team, but he's still going to have to fight from the rear back up. And we'll be right back to see what happens. And it looks like the curse of turn 2 wrecks again. So let's go ahead and follow these guys off of turn number 2. We see the 22 Snellgrove on the bottom as they pass on by. Rob Carl tailing behind. And it looks like Boyd gets a little bit spooked by seeing Goodwin up on the high side. Moves down. I think a little bit of net code plays into effect. And that's going to send both Carl and Boyd straight down the racetrack. On the brakes for the 39 and the 55, but it looks like no incident there between them. So they're able to survive. Looks like Will Cloud dives down to try to stay out of trouble. And here we are, still no caution yet because they were able to keep it off the wall. I think Ron Boyd just keeps the gas in it as he comes back up onto the racetrack, not quite sure where he is. And we are seeing Brian Fradian there as he tries to save it through the grass. This is the point where I'd be hard on the brakes. You can already tell this is not going the way you want it to. Many cars here out on track. This is not a 15-car show. This is 28 cars, nearly 30. Too late. Hard on the brakes. Slams into the 93. Pulling him up and the 3 into the wall. Unfortunate for those teams, and I think that is going to be a few more cars out, or at least sitting in the pits for a lot longer than they'd like. Absolutely unfortunate for many, many drivers here tonight. Yikes. With that, let's go ahead and head back up to real time. So we rejoin here, Ron Boyd in the pits. It's going to be Ben McDonnell and Brian Lorenzo taking the lead yet again. So let's go ahead and bring up Brian and see how he's doing. Brian, let's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yep, hear you loud and clear.
Well, this is going to be your first race here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series, and you've been leading a whole hell of a lot of it. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. Been working with my teammates all day, and yeah, they really put me in this position.
I mean, the teamwork out of Adria that I've seen so far today is near second to none. What have you guys been doing to just make this mesh so well?
We don't care where we are. We're just putting the result at the end on top of where we are now, As you can see there, we let Brady get to the front and get his lead lap. We're just caring about the end here.
Makes a lot of sense to me. You guys have done a fantastic job so far. Are you going to be having a custom scheme next week?
Yeah, I was going to get a paint done. I make my own paints. I was going to get one done, but I had some family stuff bother me, and I couldn't get one for this, so I'm running a matte black car today.
We certainly do see that. Hopefully you get to see a nice colorful 77 join in next time. So, Brian, thank you much for your time. Who do you have to thank for your race coverage?
Gotta thank one of my big fans as of right now. Hinge, she's watching from home. Hi, Hinge, if you can hear me. I think the whole team. Let's get this win.
All right, thank you much for your time and good luck.
Yep, thank you for the.
Oh. Got to work a little bit more on that timing right now. Brian Lorenzo taking the lead yet again. Ben McDonald going to be alongside with Jesse Atkinson and Brett Murphy. Adria, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like James Johnson is going to be also out of this race. He's far east. Goodwin, Mundell, and Colucci. Chris Pierce now going to be the lead car 1 lap down. If he gets another caution, he'll finally be able to come back on the lead lap and put something together. He's been doing okay so far tonight, but he's just been trying to recover from a first incident for a very, very long time. Brady Floyd currently sitting in 16th. He's got a long ways to go to get back up to his team up front, but if he can do it, that is going to be a very strong team to contend with. We are over halfway through this race, though, so we got to keep that in mind. The clock is definitely ticking. Got to give a huge thank you to everyone that has joined us here tonight for the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series CASCAR 250. Thank you to Schroeder Plumbing, of course, for bringing us this series. We'll be having more on them next week. And with that, we head into the Geico restart zone. Brian Lorenzo takes the green flag. Of the glorious headshots we were able to put together for tonight's race and for the rest of the series, as long as we get to see a lot of great faces here tonight. It's going to be Lorenzo, Murphy, McDonald, and Atkinson. Also a, well, kind of esports, Adria esports driver. Not in this series, but he has raced with them before and has raced with many of these guys in the past. He attended a fair amount of races last season. Will has done a great job. And I believe that he is going to be happy to be up there in the top 5. He does have his teammate O'Brien Fradian finally able to come back onto the lead lap behind him. But as you can see, the gold cars are going to be running together, and it won't be too much longer until Bryn George also makes a step up. The super long single file train is going to be what we're sticking with, I think, for quite a while. These guys want to make it to the end of the stage. What being out of this race can feel like, especially is now from 24th on these guys. Trying to split the lanes, not entirely sure which to go with. Make his choice soon, though, and really stick to it. Check in with Brandon Freeman, unfortunately not in his Toyota, but he does sit in 9th position right now inside the top 10. And assisting his teammate, Jeffrey Belk behind. Wes Gallo not too far back either, currently sitting in 11th. Looks like we have a majority EG/FZ and Adria top 10. It looks like Greg Snowgrove being the main spoil of that. You see the 22 Comfort Plus Chevrolet, new sponsor for the season. We mentioned that last night over in the shootout. Many drivers getting a nice switch up for this season, not just in sponsors, not just in manufacturers, not just in teams, but in just everything. The new car is massive. This is essentially CASCAR Reborn. And we're seeing that here tonight with a new dominant force as of now. We're going to see how that continues to play out throughout the season, though. That is going to be a main game. Mile and a half are going to be the win the box. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. NASCAR Cup Series League. So, a lot of great racing we'll be seeing going on here too. And Belk still sticking to choose to the bottom. Two of those risky switch. You can tell it's getting late. We complete another lap here at Daytona. Lap number 70. Connection issues for Brian Fradien. We saw this last night towards the end of his race, but he was able to keep it together. Hopefully that will continue to be the race. He's got Will Cloud ahead of him, though, to keep him steady as of now. All they are getting very close. Snellgrove looking to make some moves. There he is. He's got a good run. He's got another Chevrolet helping him from behind. He's got his, I'll say, best friend Hallahan also helping from behind. And Floyd trying to get back up to the front to rejoin his team. Finally on the top down. Taking down a little bit further throughout the field. Let's go ahead and pop in and see Matt Malavagna. It's been in a couple wrecks so far, but it looks like he had a fast repair saved up, or it just wasn't as heavily damaged as I thought, and he's doing pretty well. Chris Straub also doing pretty good in the 87 for Warning Track Racing. New team this season. Finally able to come back and sit in 14th. Cody Snyder starting to make some real moves. Cody, we know, is very confident in the next-gen car, so we'll see how that continues to play out, and I think right now he's trying to hang back and just stay out of the way. So that way he can make it to the end and put on a... Whoa, boy, that was close. Just leaving the pits was Patrick Feluccio, I think. Yes, it was. Did not want him to Kevin LePage. The close one. Matt Stewart currently sitting down in 21st. One of our new drivers, unfortunately involved in a few incidents early on, has been putting him this far back. Kyle Mundell able to be driving, but still 7 laps down. He's got a long way to go to come back. Chris Peters 2 laps down, up towards the front. If he wants to get that to be 1, he can make his way forward. Outside lane appears to be moving yet again. Snellgrove leading that up. So that's 5th. Heading through turns 1 and 2, the massive banking at Daytona. Make it interesting. No, David Thornton. Zachary Thornton chose not to join in for the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series, I believe. We'll confirm that fact later. That or there was a membership requirement. Everyone in this must be over the age of 16 to race here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series. You know, the minimum to join iRacing, I believe, is 13. But car's too loud yet again. I'll have to bring that back. Apologies for that. Audio balancing has been a bit of a struggle here with the next-gen cars, trying to get that all balanced. Thank you for letting me know. I did get some messages earlier on, and I did reduce it, but we'll keep playing. McDonald currently sitting in 3rd position, Atkinson in 4th. Ager 1, 2, 3, 4 continues to run as Brady Floyd has been chopping his way up through the field, up into 7th. I think Brady is where he wants to be as of this moment, pushing Will Cloud, someone he's raced with quite a few times before. Isn't too worried about it. He knows Will can take it as they continue to race. I think Wes Gallo trying to urge some people to get ready to go down pit road. It is going to be a tight fuel run, I believe. More cars moving to the outside. That's Brady Floyd to the outside, getting a push from Snellgrove there. These two apparently have a secret alliance, as we've been discussing. These two very good super speedway racers. Snellgrove for Great White North. It's been a while since he's had his last win, especially at Daytona. He's going to want to make a comeback and really show what he can do. Like I said, though, the next-gen car has been a great equalizer and is going to give us many chances to see new winners this season here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. You can see that outside lane really beginning to make some moves. Bit of a swipe up there from Murphy, but they're able to hold on to it. They really know it's coming down to the wire now. We're 3/4 of the way through our race here at Daytona. Alonso continues to lead here at Daytona as Brady Floyd has made a comeback after being involved in a major incident with a huge push from Greg Snellgrove, takes the lead and pulls down ahead of his teammates to make it an Adria inside row. Snellgrove left high and dry on the high side, but he's got his teammate of Rob Carl behind him, and Mark LaPierre not far behind him either. LaPierre used to be a previous driver for Great White North Racing, but is now with J&L. Got to give a thank you to Pierce Raptors, who's put together our new overlay package for this new CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. We've gotten a new one every single. Whoa, huge slide down the track. Who is that from? Cody Snyder. It looks like he's okay. Continuing what I was saying, though, got to give a thank you to Pierce Raptors for putting it together. We certainly do appreciate it here at Fork Look Media, and it's allowed us to have some fantastic moments. As we look at our weather here, as the air temperature continues to drop, track temp was in the middle of the day very high, but it continues to drop. Jesse Atkinson currently sitting in 5th position. I believe he's made a few starts here in CASCAR before, but not many. Many of them had been as a sub-driver. He was able to sub in, I think, for Kyle Mundell in the Bristol Dirt Race last season. He did a pretty good job of that one. He's glad to be back. And he's a full part-time driver. He's got a great team to go with him so far, as we've been able to see. Will Cloud currently pushing from behind best he can with his number 48 Pierce Graphics Toyota for FZ Racing. Wheeler closing in as well with Seguin behind. Brian Fredian currently 6th in 16th position, a bit further back. He's been able to inch his way forward bit after bit, but he did win the shootout. We know that he has some great racing prowess overall, not just at these super speedways. We saw him win many a race last season and the season prior. So we'll see how that continues to play out here in the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series as we go off of turn 2, able to survive again. That's a bigger statement than I would like it to be. Wes Gallo, big swerve, though, off of turn 2. Thankfully, nobody around him to cause him hell. But as he continues to close in to the 55 ahead, Bryn George also there as well. Number 45 is new for the season. He's raced with many of these guys here. I don't know if there in Sim you can do. If you want to elaborate a little bit on that, David, I totally appreciate it. I know the cars are still very loud. Should be better next week. As Brady Floyd continues to lead here at Daytona. Lorenzo Murphy and now Hallahan joins up into the top 5. McDonald and Atkinson still close behind, though. Hallahan leading up that outside to see many cars pulling down pit lane. I think they listened to what I said. Pitting in early is what you need to do, and they certainly are doing it. Yeah, there's a few more sim adjustments I can try to do. Unfortunately, I cannot make myself any louder when it comes to my streaming, so I'll have to come back. Let's go and take a peek and see who's down pit road. They shoot on by, I believe that was Ashton Reiki. Yes, it was, in the number 26 Wingnut Production Chevrolet. Ooh, almost loses it there in 3. You see Brian Fradian and the Victos Toyota going to be leading off pit road. Looks like Will Cloud had a bit of a tough pit stop, and that's going to be putting him way further back than I know he would like, as we're starting to see more drivers come down. As Adra chooses to stay out and I think shoot for an overcut. It's going to be taking some right side tires. I imagine 4 Goodyear tires and full of Sunoco fuel for that 22 Comfort Plus team. As many drive, nope, just right sides as they roll out to rejoin the racing. You can see just how many cars have come down pit road to catch back up to your leader, and it looks like that's going to be Lorenzo going to have to go down pit road, but he just misses the commitment line. That is going to be a huge detriment to him. He's going to have a lot of ground to make up in a short amount of time. Hopefully he has enough fuel to make it through to the end. Matt Stewart now sitting in 6th position. Hopefully he can take this fuel that he needs and get out of there fast. Looks like he might be able to. For Warning Track Racing, these guys heading in. So now begin to roll out. That's 6th place. And back a little bit further, we're seeing Tyler Hallahan really begin to make some moves. Whoa, looks like Brian Fradian gets a huge burst of speed from Bryn George behind, and Jeffrey Belk, EG/MC, making a huge move forward. Out to the outside they go, coming up to lead this pack as we come over to Adra, who chooses to stay out yet again. Lots of racing action going on here tonight. Brian Fradian leading up this pack. Currently sitting in 6th position. He's got Bryn George and Jeffrey Belk behind. These guys are in a fantastic position to get some top 10 points. But depending on how it goes, they may get higher. Running to the end is going to be the challenge. As we watch as your leaders come around, I don't know how they continue to stay out. Cody Snyder follows behind, but he is a lap down. Can, Floyd, Murphy, McDonald, Atkinson, Lorenzo come around and put several drivers down a lap, as they have a lot of cars. I don't think they'll be able to. I think these guys just have, with their fresher tires and full set of fuel, I think they're able to just keep going a little bit stronger. But they have a great run here, this pack, your leaders. Can they put them a lap down fully and keep themselves in the green so they can roll down pit road and take full fuel and make it straight to the end? Coming round out of 4, still out. Man. They are definitely going for the overcut strategy. Go along and follow with Bryn George to see what it's like here at Daytona as the sun is set. Getting a push from behind from Jeffrey Belk and pushing his teammate, well, pseudo-teammate of Brian Fradian. They work together. Just how much banking even in the trial there is here at Daytona makes a huge difference. Lorenzo had to go down pit road. Over to Brady Floyd, continues to be able to stay out. Absolutely impressive. So they shoot around Patrick Coluccio, trying to recover. Chris Pierce on the inside in the number 25 ATVO Ford Mustang. Subbing in for Mooselanders Racing, Michael Sparks. Welcome to the chat, Zach Thornton. Go and check in on the red flag. Currently sitting in 20th position, way down the line. ways to go, but I think he knows what he's doing. He's proven himself as a super speedway racer before, but this is just the season opener. You can't put everything in this race. But team dynamics is definitely something you can, and it looks like Adria has a near stranglehold on it. That was an upset for EG Racing. As they shoot on by Wes Gallo, currently sitting in 21st. See another airplane take off. iRacing, he did it once, and he continued to do it several times during the race. Happened one time. As there they go, Adria Esports finally hits pit road, hard on the brakes for all of them. Jesse Atkinson right just to the rear of Brett Murphy, able to go down pit road. Brian Fradian is the next driver back. Keep in mind that he is on the lead lap, but not a lap down as they roar down the backstretch. There is not a lot of time for the Adria Esports team to cut back up to speed and continue holding on to the lead. Did their overcut work? That will be the question. And it looks like it's all gas, very short gas and goes for the team. Just taking enough to make it to the end. As we head over to them now, we see them heading through turns 1 and 2. It's going to be a close one. Fradian heading into 1. Leaving 2 they go. Can they do it? Brady Floyd leads Ben McDonald and Brett Murphy. Brian Fradian leads up this large pack of cars. He's got 2 teammates behind him. As we hit 8:50 Eastern Time, approaching turn number 3, we're almost done with this race, folks. It has been one pleasure. Thank you to everybody that has come in, and I certainly do appreciate it. Winged Up Productions, Ashton, good to see you out in chat. Yep, sorry to hear that your car went. That has been the story of the night for a few of them. 25 cars out on track from the 29 we started with. Hey, only 4 down. Not that bad, but it looks like Adria were able to do it as they come up together. Taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, Ryan Aranzo got left in the dust. Had to pit in early, forcing him way down the line. Ben McDonald falls back as Brady Floyd takes the lead. Someone we haven't given a lot of attention to tonight is the 87 Chris Strout, joining for Warning Track Racing. A bit of attention. Yeah, we've been seeing a few connection issues. Ashton's unfortunate. Hopefully you can get that fixed and taken care of so you can keep, nobody, gets hurt from connection issues. That's one of the biggest things. Thankfully, nobody really gets hurt physically in these races, but still. As they approach now with 10 to go. I can almost imagine how it must feel to be Brian Fradian, so tantalizingly close he can see the cars ahead. He's closing in just that little bit each time. Dang, keep an eye on that gap. Let's actually take a peek at our battle forecast. Can he catch McDonald ahead? Wait for that to refresh. Because honestly, I don't know. That will be a tough one, and looking at the gap on the left-hand side of my screen, I don't think so. They continue to lose time to the top 4 cars, working so well together. There's a little bit here. It is a large group, but large groups comes in fighting. Your leaders cross the line. Brian Fradian, let's go and take a peek and see if he is within striking distance. 16 laps, it says. We don't have that kind of time. That is going to be a tough pill to swallow for everybody towards the back. They have It's going to be a fuel strategy, or just can everybody stick together as close as humanly possible to try to get to the end? Next furthest pack back, that's going to be Cody Snyder leading that up. Wait to cross this line next time to see if we get an updated striking distance. Hopefully it can close down for him, but I don't think so. Dropping back. Unfortunate for this second pack. Let's go ahead and head over to Cody Snyder. See how he is doing leading up this second pack of cars. He's got his teammate behind him, Wes Gallo, Chris Pierce, and a few others there. But they are unfortunately pretty far back. Yes, Thornton, I completely agree with you. They're going to have to push very hard. But based on what my data says, it appears it's going to be too little, too late. But if there is anything that we can still see, it will have to be fuel. We know that the Adria guys are running on empty, so if a caution comes out at the last second, these guys are going to have one battle to come towards the end. As we have just seen the lights kick on here at Daytona as we are in sunset. To finish out our first race of the season, the CASCAR 250, 250 miles here at this very, very famous super speedway. We are in for a fantastic season ahead of us. I hope that you tune in again, and thank you for tuning in, of course. Brett Murphy currently sticks in second place, and it looks like we are going to be seeing Marc LaPierre be the lead car a lap down. Will Cloud just the one driver behind. So Will, unfortunately, will not be able to get his lap back, but I believe, if I understand the rules right, Mark will. Here he is, the other Adria driver. Unfortunately, had to pit early for fuel. Brian Lorenzo down in 18th. Fighting for positions here in this second pack. They've realized it's time to battle for points. Who can get him? The finishing points. It is the only opening race of the season, but for many drivers, it might be one of the few they make. And for even more, one of the few they feel like they have a decent chance at getting points in. So this is the time they have to choose. How aggressive are you? To the outside, we're beginning to see the 87 move. Brian Fradian and Bryn George ride that center line with Jeffrey Belk there on the inside. Strap on the move. He's been hiding towards the back. Not making a big name for himself so far this race. But now is the time to show that you are a CASCAR driver. Uh-oh. Am I hearing tires squeal? No caution. But I think... No yellow. No, nothing. Okay, we're good. Straub has been able to make it, and he now leads up this second pack, rounding out your top 5. Matt Stewart also hoping to make a name for himself in the Cup Series in the 7. And moves forward. Big push on Stewart from Fiedler. Will Cloud also rushing in, but he's still a lap down. That outside lane with a huge run. Can they continue to push forward? Whoa! Looks like we had some collisions. Will Cloud in the wall. Caution comes out. Adria Esports, I can only imagine, can only be feeling the pressure now. They need to pit for fuel more than likely. And we'll be right back and take a look and see what happened, as it looks like Bryn George might be out of this race. We rejoin. Following along with the 45 of Bryn George. Big shunt from Jeffrey Belkin to the rear of him. Looks like he holds on to it okay. Matt Stewart still on the outside. It looks like Straup trying to keep up the speed. Let's see what happens. Does Stewart come down? Look, I saw Hallahan somehow mixed up in that. There it is, the sandwich. I was talking about it way early. Oh, man. Bryn George, not helped out by his teammate, collects himself and Cloud into the wall. Paul Ems barely dodges as the 45 and the 48 for FZ Racing get absolutely damaged. I have a very distinct feeling that for the 45 and for the 48 teams, this will be the end of their race. We rejoin here at CASCAR, heading down pit road, where Bryn George heads into the pits. Looks like Belk overshot his pit box just a hair. George as well. Unfortunate as we take our green-white checker. Adra continues to stay out. A race ended in tears for, I think, many. A very unfortunate event. That is a tough one for many of our drivers. Let's go and interview somebody. Let's, who do we grab? Let's grab someone outside the top 10. Let's grab Brian Fradienne, get his thoughts on the night, your previous shootout winner. Brian, some of the booth. Do you read me? Brian, do you read me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, this has been certainly an event here at the CASCAR 250. What are your thoughts so far?
It's been interesting. There's, at least from my perspective, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Going a lap down, fighting for the lucky dog, and yeah, getting it. And unfortunate that last incident is kind of it was just unfortunate. If I would have gotten off the throttle anymore, I think the exact same thing would have happened. If I would have got into the throttle anymore, the exact same thing would have happened.
That is just heartbreaking for so many of them. You're part of that voice chat. Is Bryn and Cloud out of the race?
Bryn's got 9 minutes required. Will was unfortunately on that green flag stop. He got a speeding penalty, so he's a lap down. I don't know. He didn't say anything before I got pulled up as far as his damage.
Gotcha. Well, we are approaching now to the finish of this race. Who do you have to thank before I let you go?
I'd like to thank my grandparents on both sides of the family, Nana and Poppy, Grandma Potasic. I'm thinking and praying about you, Nana. Victos, the EG guys, and the rest of my family. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Brian, and good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Number 81, Brian Fradienne, going to be starting in 14th here on this green-white checker. Can Adra make it to the end on fuel for your top 4? Now that everybody's closed in, will they be able to run away like they have previously? All to find out here at the CASCAR 250 green-white checker number 1. And as I say that, the Irons.com Motorsport Simulation Pace Car pulls down pit lane here at Daytona International Speedway, and it's going to be Brett Murphy taking the green flag. As they race on by, it's 2 to go. Can they make it to the end? Side-by-side battle Adra has going down the backstretch. Strout moves over to the inside. Lorenzo moves down to the inside. McDonald pushes hard on Floyd. Brett Murphy continues to lead. Atkinson pushing him. Atkinson getting a push from Straub. Into the trioval they go. Brady Floyd going to be taking the white... No, Brett Murphy? So close. I think Brett Murphy taking the white flag. Who will win this race? It's the white flag here at the CASCAR Schroeder Plumbing Cup Series. Thank you for joining in, everybody. Let's find out who finishes this thing. It's gonna be a close one. 3 wide towards the rear. Freddie Ann holds on to... Oh, there he goes. They were not able to hold 3 wide. Massive wreck for many of the cars. Yellow does not fly because the white's out. This is it. It's a drag race to the finish. Continuing 3 wide racing. Snellgrove and Hallahan hold down the center. Coming into the trioval, Brett Murphy holds on the bottom with Brady Floyd on the outside. Who's going to get it? Brett Murphy wins at the CASCAR 250. Brett Murphy able to win. Brady Floyd finishes in second. Atkinson third. McDonald fourth. Straub fifth. Let's think about that. New driver wins. Experienced but part-time driver from last season comes in second. Experienced but part-time driver from last season finishes third. New driver finishes fourth. New driver finishes fifth. Rob Carl in sixth. What a race. We had a fantastic finish. I can only imagine the cheers happening in the Adria voice chat right now. A heartbreak for many here at CASCAR for the first time this season as they all roll together across the start. Let's go and run through our finishing order. Murphy, Floyd, Atkinson, McDonald, Strout, Carl, Hallahan, Stewart, Snellgrove, Ems, Fiedler, LaPierre, Fradian, Snyder, Elk, Seguin, Malavagna, Lorenzo, Cloud, Gallo, Pierce, George, Boyd, Mundell, Coluccio, Ricci, Johnson, Goodwin, Shriver. That has been your finishing order here at CASCAR as Adria all celebrates together a fantastic race win and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the team earned. Congratulations, guys. And with that, let's go and interview your third place finisher, Jesse Atkinson. If I can, there he is. Jesse, it's Noah up in the booth. Can you read me? Jesse.
Yes.
There we go. All right. A third place finish here in CASCAR. First time coming back. How does it feel?
I can't even describe the feeling. It feels amazing, especially our team 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top. Adria did outstanding today. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I definitely improved from last year. We didn't take out the whole field this time around, so we improved. Our team did amazing in the duels, and we carried that through the 250. So
you guys are definitely going to be the ones to contend with on the super speedways this season, no doubt about that. What are your hopes going into the rest of the season?
Well, since I'm only part-time, I can only race so many races, but hopefully we'll show up at some tracks, be dominant on all of them, hopefully. Same with the rest of our team. We're looking for a very dominant season this year. And yeah.
Makes a lot of sense to me. You've done a great job so far this race. Fantastic teamwork out of your team. What do you have to say before I let you go?
Gotta thank Adria Esports, as always. Our entire team did amazing. Gotta thank JR Racing, myself. Gotta thank you for broadcasting. Gotta thank CASCAR for putting this on. Thank everybody. This was an awesome time, and I think I just went from dirt to Daytona today, so...
fantastic reference and a fantastic race done by you, Jesse. Congratulations on the 3rd place finish.
Thank you so much.
Jesse Atkinson in the 00 finishes 3rd. Let's go and bring up your 2nd place finisher, Brady Floyd. Brady, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
I do.
Well, a podium finish is a podium finish, and you got it here in the CASCAR Shorter Plumbing Cup Series here at Daytona.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. Any other night I might be a little disappointed with everything, doing everything right, and then not getting to come away with the W. But it was just such a strong team performance across the board. I'm fully to blame on the wreck with myself and Bryn, and then I'm also fully to blame for Brian getting hung out on the pit sequence. It was a last-second call that I probably shouldn't have made, looking back, but I guess that stuff just kind of happens. But I mean, 4 out of 5 of us finishing in the top 4, that's absolutely insane. So super proud of the team.
It definitely is. Congratulations on the 2nd place finish. Who do you have to thank for your race car here tonight?
I mean, gotta thank Adria Esports, all the teammates, all of us, Brett, Ben, Jesse, Brian. We all did our jobs to perfection tonight. I can't be prouder. I don't think I've been prouder of a group of guys in one race ever. It was just so clean. Everything went pretty much how we wanted it to, so
Some very
really happy with it.
Yes, some very touching and emotional words, clearly full of celebration from Brady Floyd. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on the 2nd place finish.
Yep, thank you.
Number 20, Brady Floyd. Let's go and bring up your race winner, number 64, Brett Murphy. Brett's now up in the booth. Do you read me?
I do. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, it's been a while, and here you are showing up and winning in your first race here at CASCAR.
Oh man, I'm I'm a little speechless, honestly. I knew that we had a good team going in. I wasn't sure. I didn't think we were going to be that good, but heck of a race. Everybody on this team, everybody at Adria, they do a great job. So we worked very well together today.